Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
So on today's episode, we're going to be talking about myths.
Ooh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like what? Mermaids.
Ooh.
Time travel. God.
Wait.
Flat Earth.
Oh, nice. So first on the agenda, what are we going to hit them with?
Mermaids. Okay. This is why I want to talk about this. I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok about like mermaid sightings, and some of them look fake as hell. Like they look super fake.
Yeah.
But some of them look kind of real.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you one today on TikTok, and we'll probably have that as a swipe.
Yeah.
And it was like a mermaid in a net, and I'm sure it could be edited, but it just looked really cool, and I kind of like to believe things like that, just to give some spice in my life.
I've always believed in mermaids. Ever since I was a kid, still to this day, I feel like mermaids exist, but obviously not like the pretty, beautiful mermaids that like we see on TV and stuff. Like I think they have to look butt-ass ugly. Because think about it. If our hands are underwater for so long, they get so wrinkly.
Yeah.
So imagine like a human underwater with skin. They're just going to be wrinkly, you know? Plus, I don't know, I watched this documentary I was talking about like the science of mermaids and how like if they were to exist, how they would look based on like evolution or whatever, which, you know, I don't know how you guys feel about evolution out there, but we're going to be talking about God later. So like they said something that always stuck to me, but like if you look at your hands and like you notice the webbing in between your fingers, like that's just so cool to me. That's all. Just the webbing that we have in between our fingers is like proof that maybe mermaids exist because we've evolved to not needing so much webbing because we're land animals.
And also, even if they didn't have like super wrinkly skin, then they would have like, since dolphins are mammals and they're underwater most of the time, they would have like some dolphin type of skin, or whales are mammals too, and they don't have like super wrinkly skin.
Dolphins rape people. Trigger warning, but it's true.
Are you serious?
Anyways, so mermaids.
That's so terrible.
They do. Google it, guys, if you're willing. Don't Google it like the action of it, but it does happen.
You know, I saw this, it was like a Mythbusters type show. I don't remember what it was called. They would see videos people would send in, and they try to like go to the place and figure out it was real or not, or like debunk the videos. A lot of them were fake as hell. And there was a mermaid one, and they basically said that mermaids would have like really thick skin to like keep warm.
Okay.
And it would be like a little wrinkly. They would have no hair because there'd be no reason
Like
to have
blubber?
hair. Yeah,
Okay.
and so it ended up looking just like this one whale, which people kept mixing up the mermaid sightings with this one whale that was in the water at the time. And they're like, well, scientifically, it would kind of look like this whale, so you're probably just seeing this whale, and it's not actually a mermaid.
But dude, like the thing is like there's so much of the ocean that we haven't discovered, you know, and there's no way that we can have all eyes on every part of the ocean at once, you know? So there has to be like some species out there that like resembles a mermaid, you know? Something.
But they would be so scary looking.
They would be super, super scary looking. But I think it's so interesting because, again, if you like believe in evolution, you know, there's some, I guess, I don't know what we started as, but I saw this documentary that was saying that like we adapted into land animals and then later into humans.
It was like the first fish that like went on land, and then isn't that crazy?
But then some fish stayed in the water and then adapted that way.
Yeah.
So it's like we became humans, land humans. So there has to be
Water humans.
Water humans. There has to be.
Yeah.
I just really firmly believe it. There has to be.
When I hear these myths like dragons and like centaurs and like, obviously there's no horse people walking around.
I just learned that dragons were fake.
You're lying to me right now.
You know why?
Please, I can't tell when you're joking with me. Like, I can't. You're so smart, and then you say things like this. I get really confused. Wait, please stay. You're kidding.
Not like recently, like a week ago, but recently in my years. Because you know why?
Why?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm listening.
Because for some reason in my brain I always get dragons and dinosaurs mixed up.
Okay. People are saying dinosaurs aren't even real, and if that's true, I'm gonna be really hurt.
What about the fossils?
A lot of people are saying they're fake.
Dude, what about all the fossils I found on Animal Crossing?
Oh, true. No, I haven't looked into it because it honestly pisses me off. I'm going to do my research.
Okay.
I'm going to do my research about it because I am such a dinosaur fanatic. I'm a really big fan of dinos. And if they're not real, I don't know where this is even coming from, why people are saying this. And why would they even lie about dinosaurs? Like, what do you gain from lying about that?
Dinosaurs, they're like the woolly mammoth. Like they were alive, but then they got extinct because of a natural cause, right?
Yeah.
So I remember reading, or someone told me that birds are the last form of dinosaur in the world.
I think I did hear that too somewhere.
So dinosaurs are freaking real, not dragons.
Well, dragons are scientifically, based on evidence, dinosaurs or dragons are not real. Dinosaurs, perhaps, apparently it's faked. I don't know. I'm gonna do my research. I have not even entertained this idea because I think it's so ridiculous.
They're not fake. That's like saying that like God is fake. Just
No, but then you know how people say birds are the last dinosaurs or whatever?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be more like reptiles? Are dinosaurs? They're reptiles, no?
I don't know. You're the dino freak.
I am.
Well, no, it can go both ways because there's the pterodactyls,
Oh.
so the birds, and then like maybe I don't know another.
I have to look
species.
into it.
Dinosaurs
Okay, fine.
are
I'll tell you my favorite dinosaur. It's Brontosaurus.
okay. What does that look like?
It's the one with the long neck, the vegetarian one.
Oh, the cute one with the spikes on the neck, on the back of the neck, in the drawings
No,
in the
that's
cartoon.
a different one.
Oh, I don't have a favorite dinosaur.
Oh.
Never really been a dinosaur girl. I do like dragons.
Yeah, but those aren't real.
Yeah, but what are dragons?
Dinosaurs with wings.
Right? So then
I
why
don't
is
know.
it so far off to believe that maybe dinosaurs?
Some people think that like dragons are real, but their wings like disintegrated. I don't know. These myths, what I was saying earlier is like I think there's some truth to all of them.
Yeah.
That's why.
There's no way that the only animals that lived on this earth are the ones that we can see.
Yeah.
There has to be some way before us, and that'll be like coming way after us, you know?
Yeah.
So there's no way. Who am I to say that dragons aren't real? Who are you to say dragons aren't real? Riddle me that.
Science.
Oh.
Ew. I don't know why I laugh so loud sometimes.
Yeah, you always freaking pop the mic, and it's...
Sorry.
But mermaids, I do believe mermaids are real.
Yeah.
That just, period. I don't care.
Dude, the freaking water, the ocean scares the shit out of me.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't get when people say, oh, I'm scared of the ocean.
It is dumb because space doesn't. I'm more like wowed about space, but the water just scares me. Just thinking about all the things that are in there, the big ass, like the megalodon. Like I think that's got to be real. You know that
What's
big
the
ass.
megalodon?
It's like the biggest shark.
Oh.
That big ass shark.
Dude, whales are fucking huge.
Dude, whales are the size of 3 school buses. That is so big. 3
That's
school
fucking
buses
huge.
parked
Yeah.
behind each other.
Yeah. That's huge.
That's gigantic.
like if they were to eat me, if they were to eat my whole body,
You're like,
it
I'm
would
starving still.
no, it would be like the equivalent of me eating a crouton. I'm
Probably
so tiny
even
to them.
smaller.
Like a pea.
No, maybe actually.
Maybe a crouton is
Maybe
good.
like a crumb.
Like a crumb. No, because then they eat
I'm
plankton.
kidding. They eat a lot of plankton though.
No, but yeah, I love the ocean, and I take it back. I kind of understand why people say they're like scared of the ocean.
because there's so much. What percent have we seen? It's like super small.
So small, and it's like a whole other world. So many different types of species under there and stuff. I see that as very inviting and kind of comforting. Like I saw like these photos that were like, oh, if you see these photos, you're scared of the ocean, and it's like it was just like open ocean, and it was like one person in the middle of it. And that seemed very tranquil. If somebody plopped me right in the middle of the ocean with maybe like, I don't know, one of those like floating tubes that you use in the what? The ones
so
that
scary to me.
the ones that you use like in the lazy river.
Yeah.
If they gave me one of those and were just like, oh, chill out in the middle of the fucking ocean, I would. And I would feel pretty good.
That's scary.
I think I would feel right at home actually.
I would say I feel that way about space, but I realized recently, like it really hit me that I'm never going to be able to go into space ever.
Dude, why not?
They don't let random people into space unless you're like billionaires. And then like to spend that much money to go into space when I could just like do something else with that money.
Also, it's not like you can go into space and like explore.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like you're just confined in like a spaceship in a certain part of
Just
space.
something about space is so like captivating to me.
No, I love space.
And I just want to know everything about it. And it's so scary too, but it interests me so much. And the fact that I will never, ever be able to go into space, it hurt my feelings. I cried like recently thinking about it.
But you know what I'm noticing right now as you're talking? That I think the whole unknown factor of what's in space, what's in the ocean, provides me comfort. Because I was thinking, okay, if somebody plopped me in the middle of space, like that movie with Brooke Shields, where she got detached from her spaceship and she was floating in space and she couldn't do anything.
Sandra Bullock?
Oh, yeah. Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That one.
Who's Brooke Shields?
That one.
Yeah.
That would also, I think, be very calming for me.
But just, that's so scary. Because at least in the ocean, like, I guess you kind of, whoever put you there can maybe get you back. But to be in space, like, if you get lost, like, they cannot find you.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
Yeah.
scary. And, dude, have you seen those videos where it's, like, the planets and it gets bigger and it keeps showing size comparisons and it shows the galaxy? Oh, my God. I used to watch this late at night and I'd be like, holy shit,
Dude,
I
we're
have
so
nothing.
insignificant.
No,
Yeah.
I know. And I'm like, who am I to cry about the littlest things?
And then also, it's like, why do we put so much importance on little things and get angry or sad over little things?
Yeah.
When in reality, we're like little baby ants, little baby dumb ants.
That's why whenever I feel like, not something reckless that could, like, murder a bunch of people or kill me, but like little things like, oh, should I talk to this person? I'm like, dude, I'm just a speck in space.
No, really.
Fuck it, send that text.
I wish everybody felt like that or like thought like that.
Dude, that would be anarchy. They'd
Here's
be
a
running in
question.
the streets with like
This is
Molotov
a little bit
cocktails.
of this is a little bit of a segue, but you reminded me of this. Are you pro or anti-purge?
Anti,
Oh,
because it benefits the rich. All the people that were getting killed were poor in the movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
well, I'm pro. You know why?
Why?
Because I really bought into the idea that if there was one day where, all crime was legal, crime would go down. I feel like that would happen because everybody would just wait until the purge.
Well, yeah, but then again, like the rich thing, the rich were like able to like provide safety for their families, and they were auctioning off like poor people to kill. Like that's so fucked up.
But it's like only for one day. Anyway, I mean, I just really like the idea of the purge. What would you do if you were on the purge?
Hide.
You wouldn't try to do anything?
I would die if I went to do something.
Oh. Here's what I would do. I would, like, secure my house and everything. I would not kill someone unless they really, really wrong me. But I wouldn't kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably, like, steal.
Yeah, but then if like there's all this stuff going on, I'm like, to steal those jeans, I could just save up my little
Oh, I was thinking, like, jewels.
to sell.
Yeah.
They're like,
Not like jeans.
Where'd you get these? The purges happened yesterday. You're like, I stole them.
Yeah. And it'll be forgiven because it was happened during the purge.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's next? Time travel.
Oh wow, time travel. Have you seen those pictures where it's like old Aztec like carvings and there's like spacemen? Have you seen those?
No.
They like carved spacemen that looked exactly like spacesuits.
No.
And people are like, oh my God, like, what if a time travel went back and they were in like a spacesuit and then they saw them and like carved it?
I haven't seen that, but I've seen those posts where it's like a celebrity who looks exactly like
Oh yeah.
an older celebrity.
Like Pharrell.
Williams?
Yeah. Have you seen those pictures of him?
No.
Oh my God, dude.
No, I don't really know that much about time travel. I do
Oh.
believe in it. Why not? Fuck
I've seen
it.
so many videos about time travel. And that's where like the Mandela effect comes in.
I believe in that as well.
Yeah, I
Berenstein
think-
or Berenstein?
I don't remember.
Berenstain.
That's the one I don't remember at all.
That one I remember because I love that series.
One that pissed me off so bad was the Rubik's Cube one. Isn't it? It's like a K now, but I always thought it was an X. It's a K.
It's an X, no?
No, it's a K. Now it's a K. I'm like,
RUBIX. Cube.
now it's a K.
That's not true.
We'll look it up. This just proves that the Mandela effect is real. No, and there's also these like carvings. It looked like someone with a laptop, and there was even like the portholes, and people
Dude,
are
it
saying
is
like
with
there's
a K.
yeah. I'm telling you.
What?
There was another one that like really bothered me for a
That
while.
does not even look right. This is weird. See, like, moments like this, I wish I could go back in time just to see if it really changed.
I've just seen those pictures of like sculptures, and it's like stuff that we have now that they didn't have back then, and it's so detailed and it looks just like it, and it's like and they're real carvings and real paintings and real like sculptures, you know.
Oh, wait. I think I saw this photo. I don't know if it's fake, but I feel like you would have seen it too. It was like a photo of like something back in the day, back in the day. And it's like a crowd of people on the street, and you see one guy like on a cell phone. Like on a touch, like a smartphone, like a touchscreen phone. And like if you zoom in, like you see him looking and like swiping, you know what I mean? In the photo. But I'm like, that's so easy to like Photoshop,
Yeah,
you know? So
some
it's
of those
kind of
are
hard.
I'm like about. I don't know. I
Yeah.
have to see that one. But I used to stay up so late, like watching so many videos about time travel and Mandela effect, and I was obsessed.
Well, you know what? I feel like movies tell the future or warn us for what's going to happen. you know? Because there's so many instances in movies where like they say something or they have like a new gadget and then it's something that we use every day.
Oh, like
you know what I
Black
mean?
Mirror.
Yeah. Literally Black Mirror.
I feel like it's less predictive. Well, it's like a prediction, but it's not like the movie caused it. I feel like we were already on that path.
Yeah. And they just like caught onto it first and made something about it.
Yeah, and then all those Simpson things.
Yeah.
Where like predicts it. Those are scary.
Those are scary.
Some of those are I'm like, but
no, because
some of
those
them,
don't make sense.
So specific.
I know. Like, do you remember the one where was it Trump coming down the escalator
and someone dropped
the
poster?
sign? Yeah, that's weird as fuck.
Some of those are really. Oh my god,
so specific.
There was another one that like predicted Stranger Things before Stranger Things. It showed
for the
like,
Simpsons.
Yeah, it was like a girl that looked like Millie Bobby Brown with a shaved head, and she was next to like a waffle.
Dude.
And then Stranger Things comes out, and her character loves waffles. But then some of those things, I'm like, well, maybe they saw that subconsciously, remembered that, and then they pitch this idea. Some of those are I'm like, but that
Maybe.
Trump one,
that one's so specific.
that one scares me.
Guys, we're gonna put that one in the swipe, just so you know, because that one's like the freakiest fucking one, because it's too specific.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, maybe the guy that was there wanted to do it as like,
or, like staged it.
He staged it, but it's like, what are the fucking
There's
odds?
too many now at this point of like
Yeah.
Simpsons predicting these things. I'm like, you guys need to relax.
Yeah.
'Cause you're starting to scare me.
Down to like the outfits and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gets way too specific where it's like, nah, this isn't making sense.
And then some cartoons have like predicted 9/11. They could have put those subliminal messages in the cartoons.
You know what? I have a story, an alleged story that's like completely hypothetical. So I have like a hypothetical uncle who like worked in the Air Force, you know, hypothetically. And he was there before I was born. I was born in 2000, so before 9/11, right? He was working in the Air Force and they were teaching him hypothetically how to like dismantle bombs if they were going to be on a plane. And then 9/11 happened, but then that's all just hypothetical, alleged. In conclusion, me and Angie just had a side conversation, but we believe that 9/11 was an inside job, and if we get assassinated, you know why.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about God. Fine.
Okay, is God a myth?
Here is my opinion.
Okay.
If you believe in God, okay, that's fine. I don't really care. And I respect your beliefs, and I think you should respect mine. You know? I don't believe in God.
Every Christian is burning right
They're like,
now.
fuck you! I mean, F you! That is for another episode. Maybe the next one, why I don't believe in God. But when people do believe in God and are super religious, I respect that.
We'll talk about that in another episode. I have points I have to make. Like, that's a whole episode.
Yeah.
Religion is such a deep topic, so get excited for that one, guys.
You're like, stop it.
But what's another myth?
Oh, the flat earth.
Oh, duh.
You're like, wait, it's real.
I think it's flat. Are you going to call me a clown?
They're
If
like,
you do.
yeah, actually.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In conclusion, who knows? All of the photos of like the planets and everything is all fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake, guys.
That definitely is true.
So I don't know. We can just assume it's round because that's what we've been taught forever and that's what all the photos look like. Or we can assume that it's flat, or it could be something else. It could be anything.
It's a cube.
It could be a cube. It could really be anything, you know? I think it is more likely for it to be flat than round. There, I said it. Go ahead. Come for me. I don't care.
Oh, me?
Or the listeners.
Oh, I don't know. I used to watch so many videos just to hear like the other side. Because, you know, we're taught one thing. I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. I was like, let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt, you know? But the more research I did and videos I found, they all ended up being about religion. Every person that believed that the earth was flat, it had to do with the religion. It's like, well, what if the sun shined for you? And then it had to do with like God and all these different things. And I'm like, okay, never mind. You know, you had me in the first half and then you started talking about religion and I was like,
See, they had me before I even was listening to the religious part. And I'm not a religious person to the point where I would like blindly believe something just because
Yeah.
they were like, oh, they tied it to religion or something. But it still kind of makes sense. And then it also makes sense because if you remember the Simpsons movie, they got trapped in a dome. So what if we're just living in a dome and the Simpsons predicted it like they always do? Come on. Why is that so hard to believe? Why? Why is that so radical? I don't get it.
and then like another thing was like, who fucking cares? Like if it's flat, okay. If it's round, okay. You can't do anything about it.
Exactly. But if we're in a round Earth, okay, and I was telling you this before we started recording, but you're telling me the people in Antarctica are upside down? They're chilling upside down.
In like terms, if the Earth was like the size of this ball right here, this doesn't make sense to anyone listening because I'm like using my hands, but that distance traveling makes it not so absurd because the Earth is so big, you know? So it's not like all of a sudden you're walking, oh, you're upside down. It's just that distance is so long that it just evens out to where it like is okay, you know?
So you're telling me that if somebody from Antarctica, and what's on top? What's the opposite of Antarctica?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot. I'm not good
Canada?
with geography.
Iceland.
That's what you think. I think too, but I don't know.
I'm so bad at geography.
I hate
Everyone
geography.
fucking knows I'm so bad at geography. Anyway, if you guys can imagine the Earth right now, the bottom of the Earth is Antarctica. The top of the Earth is some other place. So you're telling me that if somebody from the top and the bottom drilled, they would meet in the middle? That makes no sense, bro.
Why?
Also, you know what doesn't make sense? Imagine if the Earth is round. How is the water staying inside?
Gravity. You know what's weird? What I was thinking about? There's honestly like explanations for all these things. I'm just not.
You know what? I don't get gravity.
Explain.
Okay, dude, what the fuck? How do we know this stuff?
Science?
No. I hate science because it's like because it's a scientist telling us this. We're like, okay, it's fact. Duh. They did all these mathematical equations that I don't fucking understand, but since they did it and put a bunch of numbers together, it must be real.
Yeah.
What the fuck is gravity? What is it? What is it?
Well,
it's not an element.
Well, if they turned it off, I would be floating. So there.
But like, how do we know that for sure? Really,
Dude,
riddle me that.
Wait, listen to this. I was thinking about this the other day.
You can't touch gravity.
You can't.
You can't capture it. You can't taste it or smell it. It's not an element. You can't see it. Like,
you
what the fuck is...
Wait,
the fuck is gravity?
Listen to this. You know what I was thinking about? You know, like the moon. You land on the moon. You don't land in the moon.
No,
but you land in
I don't
Earth.
believe in the moon landing.
But no, listen, that has nothing to do with this.
Oh.
You know, isn't that crazy though? Like some planets you can land on them, like Mars. You can land on Mars.
Yeah.
But you can't land on Earth because the atmosphere. I think it's so crazy how different planets are like that. Oh.
It doesn't make sense. It's not consistent. You're telling me we can't land on Earth. If we were to land on Earth, we could just wind up in some state. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
But we can land on top of the moon.
I don't know, because planets.
That makes no sense.
Like planets are made out of different things. You know, it's like the galaxy.
Are they?
The galaxy is so big. You know, that's like saying like, oh, there's only one kind of fish in the water. Like we don't know.
Oh, you're right. But what doesn't
like
make
fine,
sense?
I believe in gravity.
No, but I really don't get that stuff, which leads me to why I don't understand biology, dude.
I love bio so much.
Explain to me how the fuck we know cells.
You just get really, really close and you see them.
But how do we know that's a cell? I was fighting with so many people.
Because we named it that. You could have called it a flufa.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
But it's like humans came up with that concept.
Yeah.
How do I know that human is valid? Just because he's a scientist?
I don't know.
Does that make sense? I'm not trying to sound ignorant.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. And
Okay.
I believe you too. And I think you're right. I just think it's like, well, if like teachers were considered scientists and then scientists were considered teachers in like a different universe, you would just believe it, you know? Like no matter what, we could call it anything and we would just believe it, like math. And like letters, like we could call it anything and it would just, you know?
That's what annoys me. Why do we always have to try and figure out something as humans? We always have to find something and like figure out what it is and then like claim it and then label it and then make it a thing.
Yeah.
Why can't we just chill? Because I read something that said humans or like scientists or doctors are just humans trying to figure out humans. Like you're just a cell trying to learn about cells.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why can't we just chill and live?
No, exactly. And then what bugs me is like them like, oh, we just found a new planet that could potentially support life. I'm like, how about you take care of your fucking planet that you're on right now and stop trying to colonize this other planet. Leave them alone.
Real, yeah.
And
I believe in aliens.
I do too.
Okay.
There's like evidence too of like, well, not evidence. NASA confirms spaceships, but bitch, who built the spaceships? Okay,
But
aliens.
Yeah.
And there's no way we're alone. There's no way. The universe
NASA
is so
probably
big.
lies to us.
The government lies. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We knew this though.
Okay.
Oh my
If
God.
we die, it's because the government killed us for saying all
For
these
being
things.
too smart. They're like, you guys are so dumb. You're like years behind. We think we're so like smart. I was in a group chat really late at night with my friends. Maybe I was under the influence. Okay, leave me alone. I'm not perfect. And we were talking about our brain and how aware our brains are to be able to think about itself.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to you?
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, dude, like there's literally electricity in my body right now.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so cool.
And people don't believe in chakras and energy centers, but okay.
Maybe I'll start meditating. Dude, you know what?
What?
When people tell me to meditate, let me preface this. You are the only person that is allowed to tell me to meditate, and I'm okay with it. You're the only person allowed to tell me about astrology and like stars and meditation, and I'm like, I listen to you, and I'm like, let me hear her out. When other people tell me to meditate, it triggers so much anger in me.
Why?
It makes me mad. I'm like, fuck off. Only Viviana can tell me that, and it's okay. When you tell me to meditate, I'm like, okay, I'll try it. When other people tell me to meditate, I'm like, go to hell. Like,
Really?
seriously, go fuck yourself.
How come?
It's just the way they say it is so annoying to me.
Like condescending?
I don't want to like, gatekeep meditation. But it's like when you tell me these things, I feel like you've really learned about it and like taken the time and like.
Oh, and I'm not just like a girl on
you're
social
not a little
media.
pick me chakra girl.
Yeah,
you
who,
know,
like wants to be like a
when
little
other
witch.
people tell me when I'm stressed, they're like, have you tried to meditate? Go fuck yourself. This is 19 years of like depression, bitch. Meditation is not gonna help me in one day. Fuck off. I'm so tired of it.
Okay, meditate at your own leisure then.
I thought about it today. I was having a really bad day. I'm like, fuck, should I just meditate? I looked up how to meditate on Google.
Did you really?
But then I just decided to lay down and listen to classical music, and I felt better. So
That's a step.
yeah.
Woo. In conclusion, if you're not me, don't tell Angie to meditate.
Yeah.
And also, believe in whatever you want to believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hurt other people, then why does it matter?
Yeah. Or if it does hurt other people, just don't act upon it.
Yeah. All right. See ya, saps.
Bye.